Hello, Steve White, Steve Arts 89. Well, Francis Ford Coppola's Megalopolis. I've been hearing about this for decades. This is something that he apparently wanted to make a long time ago, and either he couldn't get the funding or there wasn't the technology to actually tell the film like visually that he wanted, or I'm not sure, but basically it's taken forever, and it's only recently when he basically sold his vineyard somewhere and funded a large portion of the film himself was he able to make it probably with the creative control that he wanted. Now, no one really seems to understand what this film is. Now, I just watched the teaser trailer and the trailer. I'd heard a lot about the trailer because it got a lot of bad press because there was an issue where the trailer came out, the teaser trailer came out, and then there was a screening somewhere, I think it was Venice or something, and there was initial good stories about standing ovations. That then a lot of people were sort of saying, "This is a mess. We don't know what this is," and the studios did not seem to know about could not work out how to market it. But that doesn't necessarily mean anything because they're idiots and they often mismarket things and ruin films that seem to have not be that difficult to have worked out how to handle in the first place. But no one's really sure what this film is. There seems to be a level of fantasy about it. It's about a man who seems to be the architect of a city called Megalopolis, and I'm like, is this a real place? Is this a fantasy? Is this... It's called... The title refers to the movie as a fable. So is this just the dreams of man, the fantasy of man? Is it actually a reality or a world that we actually see where this happens? It's really unclear what the film is, but it looks amazing and it looks interesting. I want to see it. And I can understand why other people might be scared to see it because they don't know what it is and they don't understand what it is, but, that's part of the brilliance of film is you don't always know what you're going to get, and you go on a journey, and then you have to sort of submit to that and be open to that and just go where it takes you, not go in with an expectation and then resist it and judge it and be like, this is not what I thought it should be. So many times you have people dealing with films on the context of what they thought it should have been, how they think it should be, not just letting it be what it is and going on the journey and experiencing whatever the artist, the filmmaker wants you to experience and takes you where they, want you to go. So I'm willing to watch this film and just see what it is and what happens. But I can see why a lot of people, they want to know what it is. And it's really bad these days where people, they cannot take a chance. They cannot take a risk. They have to be comfortable. They have to know, okay, this is the genre. This is the, exact, the time, the scenes, how many, this is exactly what's going to happen. They need to know all the spoilers, everything, so they can go in and just be like, oh, I know what this is. This is exactly what I thought it is. I'm comfortable and safe. I don't have to take a risk. I don't have to be vulnerable. I don't have to take a journey with this film because it's already explained and already spoiled. So part of the response to this film is, just a reflection of how poor audiences are now, where they're just used to just... I think part of it comes from streaming and just watching their favourite shows over and over again, which has been happening since like video and DVD came out anyway, that actually watching something new and taking a chance on something new is something audiences, I think, are scared of, and also studios are scared of because audiences don't always respond and show up. Often a following will come up around a film and the sequel will do better than the original film because now people know what it is. So it's just really disturbing and disappointing and alarming on some level. But the trailers look interesting. I'm willing to watch it. And I just sort of was reminded of it because I was trying to find a good version of Metropolis to watch, and just the name Megalopolis and Metropolis and the idea of it being some sort of epic or something, I'm like, I really should watch that trailer now. So I just watched them now and I'm like, okay, I can see why some people have no idea what this film is, and it may be just too challenging for some people, and that may be why there's a negative response. Doesn't mean it's not a good film, doesn't mean it's not brilliant. It could be absolute work of art, but So the other issue was, because there's a lot of criticism, the second trailer, the main trailer, was addressing that directly by saying, well, look what they said about The Godfather, look what they said about Acropolis Now. All these critics didn't know what they were talking about. One man was ahead of his time, and all these critics criticise him now. All these pieces are classics. Unfortunately, they got some of the quotes wrong. There was one that was from someone was criticising Batman. They attributed it to Dracula. Some of the people they had criticising Godfather actually loved the film. So they got a lot of criticism for that because they didn't do a good job of the research, or they were trying to deceive the public with the but they didn't need to, because he got enough criticism for his films, and any film, even the greatest film, you can find criticism if you want to. And presenting him as an artist who's ahead of his time, rather than dealing with what the actual film is and explain to people. But maybe it's supposed to be a journey, and you're not supposed to go in knowing what it is, and you're supposed to, maybe they're trying to preserve that. It's just really confusing and unclear exactly what is happening with this film. But I'm willing to take a chance and see it. I'm not bothered. But other people, I can see it may struggle with the box office because people won't know what it is and they just won't want to take it on. So he may be losing some of his money, Mr. Coppola. But I don't think he cares at this point. He just wanted to make the film, and yeah, so he did. He made that film, and we're going to see it. But I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of the trailers.